Alrighty, let's get it started. Welcome to another episode of the Heart of a Family,
Episode 12.
episode 12. That's correct.
How does he know that?
Because
She's
yesterday
keeping
he
up
said,
with the number.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's just go ahead and kick it off on the news that we found
Turn it
out
down, boy.
recently. Who
hey,
wants to share the article to the world?
Let me see if hold on. Can y'all still hear me?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
Still?
Amy,
I put it in the wrong group. Okay, the article states the title is Oklahoma aims to ban all but two cities from providing homeless shelters, homeless outreach. And those two cities within Oklahoma, with the exception, is Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
Repeat that?
Huh? You said repeat it, Michelle?
Yeah.
Oklahoma aims to ban all but two cities from providing homeless shelters, homeless outreach, meaning across the state of Oklahoma and all other cities and all of that, only two cities will be able to provide homeless shelters and homeless outreach and programs. And that's Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
That's crazy.
that's
So
cool.
it's about to get worse here in Tulsa.
As far as homeless rate going up, yeah.
It's trying to get worse out there today.
Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
No,
That's crazy.
As if it passed.
Well, let's hope it don't.
The taxpayers got to vote on it.
Let me go back to the article.
So what do we think the pros and cons of this are?
The cons is all the homeless people gonna migrate to Tulsa and Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Jackson, it don't say if we gonna vote on it. It
If it
just
They just said
it said
proposed it. It
I'm
hasn't
sure
gone
I
anywhere
think
yet.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a vote because it said if passed, the bill would take effect November the 1st of this year.
Mm.
It don't
well,
say when, but yeah.
I would say that's one of them things you got to know. You need to know if it's the taxpayers voting or is this something within the commissioner's office, and the commissioner's office, sits down with Oklahoma City and they figure out what needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, it
Who's,
probably
who's
might
gonna?
be some cities.
Somebody need to put that thing on mute.
Okay.
That's Maya. I can hear Maya in the
I'm sorry,
background.
Jackson. Somebody need to put their background on mute because we can't barely hear you. Right. Put her on mute.
I'm here.
Mm-mm.
Is that
She's
Maya?
there regulating
Mm-mm.
stuff.
Mm-mm.
Who is that?
I'm in my
Who's
earpiece,
talking
so
in the
y'all can.
background?
Hold on. Let me. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can hear Maya, Michelle.
Can you really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put, put your mic on mute.
She might as well join the call.
Oh,
Cause
okay.
she's
Yeah.
overpowering Jackson. I can't hear
Okay.
Jackson.
Okay.
Overpowered.
I was gonna say you got a new mayor and everything is riding. Like he got to make everything right. So it's gonna be more than likely it's gonna be a taxpayer decision. And a lot of y'all probably ain't gonna vote on something like that. Like y'all probably ain't gonna like that. But y'all got to think about what's the other alternative besides closing down multiple shelters across the state. This is probably the same thing that they've been thinking of as well. What can we
Probably
do
right.
besides this?
And I think Michael just joined, didn't he?
I did.
Michael, we
Yeah, he
talking
did.
about the latest news that came out, and the title of the article or the news story that broke was Oklahoma aims to ban all but 2 cities from providing homeless shelters, homeless outreach, and programs. So the only 2 cities with the exception would be Oklahoma City and Tulsa.
I wonder how did they come up with that idea?
Don't know. I don't know.
But
Jackson had a good point though. He
how
was
does
saying that a lot of the smaller towns don't have funding to help. So they're trying to push them to bigger cities that have populations over 300,000 residents. I guess
Yeah.
to get that funding and maybe take that pressure off of the smaller towns and communities, which I see that,
but
but it
what
just seems
about
like
those that can't
it's
travel to the bigger cities?
right. It's gonna be that's gonna not be good. A lot of people can't. It'll be like older people on disability, and then it's a lot of people losing their homes now. You know, like older people losing their homes because they can't keep up with taxes because they can't work anymore. Like, where do
And
they
it just
go? It's just
and not to
displacing
interrupt
them.
you, Mika, but y'all just keep notice of it's called the Oklahoma Senate Bill 484. So if we do vote, that'll probably be on the ballot. But it says it was introduced
Yeah.
and authored by newly elected Senator Lisa Standridge, a Republican in Norman.
Hmm.
You also got to think about how many people do they know for sure the exact number of homeless people in Oklahoma.
They
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know
think they do.
So
because
with
they
that
don't
being
have an
said,
address. They can't count
with,
them. But
with that being said, what you got to think of, if you don't know the exact number, you don't know how to fully fund anything that you can do for them people. You know, how many people is homeless that don't still have a job and still go to work every day? Not everybody that's homeless is out with their
Yeah, a
hand
lot.
out asking for money. So
Yep.
it's one of those things you got to kind of be considerate on those people. Not everybody who's homeless chose to be homeless. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be kind of
Right.
considerate in that area.
Yeah,
Yep.
because there are a lot of homeless people that have jobs. Like I know, like people, like when we used to work at MetLife, they had a whole shower and stuff in there. Like some people that didn't have anywhere to stay, they would literally be in their car. Not a lot of people, but there have been a couple people. They would live in their car, and then they would come in before everybody goes to work, and they'll take a shower in the gym and go to work as if nothing's going on, but they're trying to get back on their feet. They just fell on hard times. So I think it's not good for those people who are really trying to get back on their feet, that really need the help and that are, they contribute to taxes too. They're
I,
working. They're not
I,
standing on the corner begging for money.
I can see that plan working where you cut out all the shelters in other small towns and you bring everybody to one or two main locations. And my idea behind that is what you would do, you would you would you would wean out. Like, so basically you say, hey, out of all these homeless people, you ask them, uh, who really wants to, consider, who really wants to be homeless. If you want to be homeless, come stand in this line. If you don't want to be homeless, come stand in this line over here. And help the ones who really want to be helped. And the ones who don't want to be helped, you try to find out their reason and why they don't want to be helped. And you try to find out other resources that you can provide for them to where they not on the street dead one day. That's how I look at it. Is getting rid of the one, not necessarily getting rid of, but just finding out who actually want the help. Because there's some who really do want the help, and there's some who really don't want the help. It's a lot of reasons why the ones who don't want the help have their reasons. Like, one of the biggest things I hear a lot, because I work, in an area where, of course, there's a lot of homeless folks, but they'll tell you straight up, I don't care to be up under anybody's government. They don't care for, you know, most people don't think that America is a dictatorship, but America is a dictatorship. That's just really break it all the way down. And a lot of people don't like that stuff. So when you talk about having the right to do this and having the right to do that, a lot of those people, like, they don't feel they have that right. And when they feel that way, this is what I heard. When they feel that way, they just kind of go into their own thing and be homeless. And it is what it is. I lose this, I lose it. They don't really care because they live in a dictatorship. That was a big part of what I've been hearing for the past like 6, 7 years is the dictatorship stuff.
Mm.
You got a guy. It's a kid I had in the juvenile not too long ago, but he homeless right now, and he'll come up to the job and he'll sleep there when the job, when we close down or whatever. And we had TPD go up there last week, a week before last, should I say, and had a talk with him. Try to see what's going on, how they can help him because the storm was coming, it's gonna get cold, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, I don't want no help. I'm out here, I'm grown, I can do what I want to do. And some people get into that mindset of not wanting any help, but don't understand the risk, that they put themselves into. So I think a lot of education need to be come behind being homeless as well, to educate those ones that's unfamiliar with the environment of being homeless and what it will bring to them.
Yep.
You got the Bryce House, 12 and 12, and the Bryce House. They house the Bryce House houses veterans, who's messed up in the community, caught a felony or whatever, and most of the time it's like DUI or drug offense or whatever.
Jackson, is
So
that new community that they building?
nuh-uh. I don't think so. I'm not for sure, but I don't think so. The Bryce House is over it's downtown on like 10th or 9th in like Houston or something like that.
Okay, because I had
It,
saw
it,
on the news a couple of weeks ago another community here that they were finally starting to build, and like 2 or 3 families had already moved in,
I wouldn't
and
be
they were
surprised.
veterans.
Habitat for Humanity is big on it. The Kaiser family is big on it. So it's different organizations out there that's willing to help, but
Mm-hmm.
those people that don't want the help they need the help really.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
The one that you talk.
The Bryce House
Oh,
was like a good alternative for them. I don't know why or what they doing with it.
Mm. Michelle, what was you going to say?
the one you talking about is on 46th Street. Those little houses that they built off of 46th and Peoria, between Peoria and Lewis on 46th
Oh,
Street.
okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anything else?
Um,
Nope.
Just keep an eye on that bill.
Yeah, because I don't really like that. I would vote no for that. I wish
yeah,
they could get
they
more
have.
funding into the smaller communities though, to where they wouldn't have to be, displaced. But that's another problem as well.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some underlying causes why they want to do it, and I don't think they're being transparent with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey,
so
Yep.
you have to
Lucille,
be
Uh-huh.
cautious.
Lucille, uh, is Maya on there?
Mm-mm.
Maya and Michelle
Lucille,
background.
Michelle is
Michelle,
on here, but Maya's not.
Er- Michelle. Who else is on here? Mika. She our
Mika,
age. She our age, though. I want to ask her.
Michael,
Mike,
Michael.
I'm gonna ask the older ones. I ain't trying to call y'all old, but uh, can y'all remember when y'all was younger? Was it a huge population of homeless people on Pine and Peoria like it is now?
Oh, no. No. No.
See, I, I didn't think so either. I know, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird to see now versus back then. I understand we living in harder times and all that stuff, but it's just kind of unreal to see that many
Yeah,
homeless
it
people.
is.
But my thing is, are they true Tulsans, Oklahomans, or
No,
do
they
they come
not.
from other cities and states like I've always heard?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a lot of people that didn't came here.
Because
Yeah, but no, it wasn't like that back in the day.
it wasn't too long ago. See, what I would like to hear, the new mayor or whoever would say this: you get them all in one location, you find out where they from, and don't get me wrong, but you either send their butt back to where they came from, or you hold that city and that state accountable for giving them a plane ticket or a bus ride, whatever they gave them, to how they got here. If they got here on a bus ticket, because that used to be a thing. It used to be a thing for California and these bigger states, to give them a bus ride, a Greyhound, and tell them just to get out of here,
Mm-hmm.
versus actually providing help to them, and making them a tax-paying citizen again, or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
That's what I would like to see. Not trying to be harsh by saying send them back, but at the same time, that city and that state should come out the pocket, not necessarily us.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. And they can't track them.
Nah, you can't track
They
them,
just
but
here.
it would be one of those things. What was your last known address?
Yep. Yep.
Or what was your 3 last known addresses? Something like that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. So first question. How would you handle your child being bullied, and did you grow up experiencing bullying?
Tell them to fight back. Now
Michael, do
that's
you
one of the ones
remember
too.
being bullied?
That's one of the ones too. When you ask that question, you should also ask, do you know the definition of bullying?
I, you know what? I think we've all been bullied at one point. I know growing up, you know, I mean, to me, that was a part of life. And it never got physical, but it was like verbal bullying. Especially if you were
Yeah.
poor, didn't have, the same clothes, the name brand stuff. They call it it wasn't bullying back then, but it falls under that category.
Mm-hmm.
Ragging. You
Mm-hmm.
just got to learn to
I
rag
think,
back.
yeah, we rag back, but
Yep.
we were talking about this the other day. We were saying that kids are of this generation, they're kind of built different, and you can't. I know, grow some thick skin. You know, learn how to deal with it.
Who
Because
was eating earlier?
in the real world, everything is not going to go your way. People are not going to say nice things about you or to you
But
all the time.
they also may be dealing with other stuff at home too, and then come to
Right.
school and get bullied. So you got to think
I'm
A
not.
about
lot of
that
kids
too.
I'm
get
not saying.
bullied at home, and people don't realize that. A lot of people get bullied at home. I try to tell Chance that because he has friends at school, and I tell him sometimes kids that come to school and they be mean to other people's kids, or they always angry or aggressive, like they probably have a bully at home. Like, gets messed up when your parents bully you, and then you got to go to school and either deal with the world, or you turn into a bully yourself because you letting that negative energy off on other people that you getting at home. I be telling Chance to fight though. Like I be like, if they keep bullying you, if they put their hands on you, you gotta fight them back. Cause a lot of times a bully, once you beat them up or put hands on them, they're gonna leave you alone. They just testing you. Like,
And
you're
see,
gonna
but
have to, you
one
got to
of the
fight.
I think one of the differences is now too, like when me and Michael was growing up and Michelle, it was like the school, the ragging, being made fun of. But then now it's so many different levels of it. You got the social
Yeah.
media, you got the kids posting pictures of each other on social media, the
Yes.
videos, and then
Yes.
now the end result for some of these kids that 6, 7, 8 years old is
Suicide.
suicide.
Suicide. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's sad. But
yeah,
it's the reality of the world, and it's a lot with social media. These kids be getting bullied at school, and when they get home, it's on social media. People talking about them. I be telling Chance,
yeah.
if somebody bullying you that bad, you better go fight. And then I mean, where they mama at? Cause I done been up to the school like, hey, where his mama at? Cause at this point, y'all need to cut it out. Well, we can't have a meeting with both of y'all. Y'all gonna have me camping out here waiting on her to pick her kid up for me to tell her to let her kid know. You tell your kid to keep his fucking hands to himself. But y'all, I'm sorry, I be getting mad. But
Can't
that
use
was
the
with a
F
little
word.
kid named Dave. That was a kid. Now I had a whole meeting. Where his mama at? I don't even want to talk to y'all no more. Bring his mama in here. Bring his daddy in here. I don't know if they know if he acting that way, because a lot of parents don't know that. But somebody,
Yeah,
it needs to be addressed. If we got to fight, we need to
yeah.
fight. But your kid not about to be putting his hands on my kid like that. and ain't nobody telling me. He coming to get in the car telling me he got choked. What the fuck? Like what? Y'all be so mad. I be having to calm down. But yeah, I mean, I tell Chance to take up for himself. He don't like fighting, but he gonna have to learn how to fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So
So
how do
But I didn't get bullied as a kid though. I was fortunate because you would think that going to McLean and going to Monroe it would be ghetto, but most of my classmates we did not like bullies. Like if somebody bullied somebody, the
right,
popular people would be like, "Hey, no, you don't do that to them. Like if you got something, don't treat them like that. If you're gonna treat them like that, like I'll fight you. Like you're not gonna be bullying nobody." A lot of us we did not condone bullying, and a lot of people may think that's crazy because we went to the supposedly ghetto school, but we did not bully people. We didn't pick on people for what they didn't have because we all kind of knew each other. And we all knew, you know, if you had a bad home at home, you didn't have enough money or something like that. We all kind of understood that, so we didn't make fun of people for how they look and they come to school with the same damn clothes on every day. Like we didn't make fun of stuff like that. So I think I was fortunate enough to not have to deal with that.
I think it made me stronger mentally.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It builds that tough skin that you really need that in life though. Like you need that tough skin.
And
You
that's
need to be able to take criticism, like and learn how to deal with it. Otherwise, you'll be 6 or 7 or 8 committing suicide. I be feeling so bad when I hear those stories
Yeah.
because it's like, dude, you may get picked on now, but that same person picking on you is probably gonna be on meth in the next 5 years, straight up. Like not even no BS.
But
they're
another thing
gonna be
is
the
too,
police.
like the schools these days, like back in the day, it was real easy for parents to go talk to the teachers. All this technology and online and got to email the teacher, and that was different too. The communication line was open.
mm,
Mhm.
Yeah.
How about you, Ezel? I know
uh
you said parents. I know you said
Well,
parents,
look, his
but
mama on
what
her.
is
If he got bullied, I was at the school.
nah, she know because I got
That's what
suspended for a football game.
Yeah, I was at the school calling all of them.
I remember
yeah.
freshman year, this guy had spit on me and I slapped him and then I put my nuts on his head and I got suspended.
But I'm gonna tell y'all this one little incident. Either you remember when you found the letter in your football locker,
Mm.
where they was threatening you and they was talking about you and Lindell thinking y'all better, y'all was gonna get your A beat and all of that
oh
stuff. I think that was a
wow.
form. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't tell us that.
Dang. So how do we deal with the cyberbullying?
I don't know. I
You
Cyberbullying.
gotta
haven't been exposed to it yet because Chance is still, young. He doesn't have a phone or anything like that. I don't know how I would deal with that because it's a lot of things. Your kids probably wouldn't tell you that. You wouldn't know unless you're, on the line with them. Like you wouldn't know. So I don't know. That's why it scares me, to be honest with you. It scares me as a parent now. And just knowing when he does have a phone, I hope it doesn't happen, but it's possible. I don't know how I would deal with that, especially if you're dealing with something, your kid is dealing with something that you don't really know about.
From what platform?
It's a lot of little kids that be
Ezel
committing
Jackson
suicide
said,
over
"From
their
what
choice.
is it a specific platform you asking about?"
I mean, really all of them. I mean,
All of them.
Just
TikTok,
So
social
Twitter.
media,
so
I
so
mean,
this
Facebook,
is this is simple, okay?
TikTok.
This is simple. If your kid is being bullied, for one, understand the definition of being bullied in uh, the um, the school, the school platform, the school world. In the school world, administration look at it like this: the first time your kid encounters what they consider bullying is not bullying. But once your child goes to the teacher, goes to the principal, whoever, and make it aware, hey, this is what's going on. Okay, the teacher goes to that kid, have that talk, or the principal has that talk, and then that kid decides, F you, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and continues to bully. That's when it becomes bullying. Okay, then on the cyber world where they're on social media doing this and doing that, man, just tell your kid to block them. I mean, make it simple. Just block the kid. They make a new page or whatever, block that page and continue to block all of them. That's just me. You know, if I ever have any issues or somebody say something that I don't agree with or whatever, and we get into a point where we're about to go back and forth, obviously you're not supposed to be in my circle, so let me go ahead and X you out now. Forget all the drama, forget all the bickering back and forth, all the extra stuff. Man, just block them and be done with it. That's one of
Some
the
kids
biggest.
aren't that mature though. I know, like with Chance be wanting to fit in. Like a lot. I mean, and just thinking when you're like a kid, you're not mature enough. You want to fit in. You want people to like you. You don't want you to go to school and everybody got sent a picture of you doing some shit, and now everybody's laughing at you. I wouldn't personally know how to deal with that. Like you can block people, but kids don't think. They
Yeah,
don't think
kids
like
these
that.
days, I
But
ain't
it's how
gonna
They
you
lie,
don't
they
think
but it's
like
some
that.
kids can
it's
be
how you
like
program your
evil.
kid though. It's
It
how you
is.
program your kid. If you program your kid to always, eat ice cream after whatever hour, that's what your kid is gonna do. When you program your kid to be respectful and be mannerable and all that stuff, your kid's gonna be respectful and gonna be mannerable. But if you don't
Sometimes them
program
kids
your
don't be
kid,
though.
you gotta program them.
Them
You gotta
kids do
program them.
whatever the hell they want to do. If you ain't around, them be totally different kids. Like what the
Yeah, but
hell?
but but Lucille, you can't tell me. I mean, you probably can. I don't know. But like when I was a kid, yeah, we cussed and whatnot, but we didn't do it in front of adults. And see, that's
Yeah,
that's
we
what
didn't.
these kids nowadays, they do it in front of their
We ain't
parents.
on
They
that.
do it with their parents.
No,
Yeah.
That's the
no, that ain't
difference.
acceptable.
Let one of my kids be cussing and whatnot. Man, Jace already know. The little one, he's learning. He's learning. No, you don't say that. That's not what you say. You're
That's
not doing that. You have to program your kids in accordance to what you want them to be doing in life. If you want them to be, excuse my language, you want them to be fuck ups, they're gonna be fuck ups. You want them to be successful, they're gonna be successful. You just gotta put them in the right position to be successful. I mean, that's just how I look at it, though. A lot of people don't want to take that time to spend with their kids. That's another big thing. It's time spent.
some of these, some of these
Yeah.
kids be totally different kids though, outside their parents.
But
It is really time spent. A lot of people don't spend time with their kids. A lot of people don't.
I see a lot of situations where it's not just like one kid. Somebody may make a post and that post gets shared. The next thing you know, that kid is embarrassed and doesn't know what to do. They don't think to the block, ignore. The
Yeah,
first thing is, oh, let me go hang
yeah,
myself. Let me go do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta ask yourself, Ezel,
that's crazy.
where do that come from? Where do hanging yourself come from?
To be honest with you,
Social
I
media.
don't.
It's, it's, it's,
Or
it's
let me
programmed
go
from
get
television, from social media, from radio, anything and everything. Your eyes and your ears is the windows to the soul. So what you
But
see and what you hear is
isn't
what you
that
will
messed up
repeat.
at that young of an age?
That's
Like
what I
that
was getting ready to
crosses their
say. There's
mind.
so much pressure on them kids at that age to think to that extreme, whether it's hanging, shooting themselves, taking pills. That is like to the extreme of a 5 year old
That's
or a
crazy.
6 year old.
But that's social media and that's stuff that they're seeing when you're not around as a parent. Like we
Yep.
can try to guard our kids as much as possible. What I'm telling you, you can grow. I done seen some kids grow up in the best households and they get out of that household and they the biggest hoe in the damn school. They parents have no idea. Yeah, you a good kid at home, you respectful, but as soon as you get around your friends at school, you are a totally different person. It doesn't matter what your parents instilled in you. These kids go to church every Sunday, the biggest hoes in the school. I'm in the ghetto. I don't even want to kiss boys. Like I'm scared of boys. People would think that me not having a parent at home all the time, I would have been faster than what I was. Mama was never at home. But I wasn't like that. But I was programmed by my brother to not do those things. Like things that I saw girls doing with him, like Mika, don't ever be like that. That's the only guidance I had. So I stayed away from boys. But the ones that went to church, the ones that they mamas thought they was angels, the biggest house in the school. You a totally different person outside your household. So it is, I mean, it is good to instill things in your kids, but it's some kids that just do not give a fuck. It's some teenagers, they just want to be grown. Period. They gonna do what they want to do. So it is, I mean, you instill things in your kids. You just gotta pray over these motherfuckers. Because you don't know what the hell they gonna be like. Seriously. I don't know what kids act like when he go to school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he act like going to school, but I try to instill in him. Don't you know what I'm saying? Don't be disrespectful. Chance don't cuss in front of me. His brother
I
cuss.
just think as parents, the parents, if I had a younger child now, I mean, you have to just mold them to communicate because there's so much going on when they leave your house. Access to
Yeah,
the internet world, the games with the headsets, chatting with people they don't even know. You just have to
yeah,
communicate,
crazy.
and the parents need to be more involved, I think, with some of the kids and communicate and make them feel
Y'all
comfortable
know
to
what I
even
tell?
come.
I try to tell Chance the real of stuff. Like, Mom, why can't I walk to school? Because people kidnap kids, they kill them and they rape them. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Let's watch a documentary on it because this is the real world. I need to prepare you for the real world. You're not exposed to none of that. But this is what really happens. It's not safe. Life is. I be trying to like tell him the real, even though he's young. This is what happens. This is why I don't let you do that because this type of stuff happens. That's why I don't have no cell phone. I don't want you being on TikTok trying to go in there commit suicide because you ain't got no Gucci shoes like them little kids on YouTube. Like that's crazy to me that they even know about that type of stuff. He told me he wanted to go to the mall and go to the Gucci store. Like, where the hell you get that from? I took YouTube off his TV. We're not watching YouTube no more. They corrupting you. It's crazy.
Okay.
But I don't know. I try to be honest with my kid, and I do try to keep the door open for him to talk to me. That's how I be knowing about a lot of stuff that happened on at school. Like he tells me
Yeah.
everything. His friend got hit today. He felt bad for him, and I be telling him, if y'all got a bully, y'all supposed to fight him together. Like it might not be good. Don't be letting somebody punk your friend. Y'all supposed to take up each other and fight that bully together. And I be telling Chance he probably get bullied at home by his parents. That's probably why he come to school and be aggressive with y'all. I tell him some kids do not have good home lives, and that's when the ones that be acting up at school, wanting to fight all the time. You angry? What you angry for? You angry because your ass probably just got your ass beat last night. Your daddy probably cussing you out every 5 minutes. You angry? Otherwise, you wouldn't act like that. Chance don't act like that. He's like the sweetest little kid trying to help people. But when you grow up in bad homes, them be the ones that be going to school bullying people because they at home getting bullied. Get you and your friend, y'all both fight him, beat him up, let him know not to mess with y'all. If his mama got a problem, call me. I have no problem. I have no problem taking out work. No problem.
Taking out work.
I will leave work in a heartbeat. Where his mama at? Like, cause I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I teach my kid do not be no bully. I don't like bullies. I don't like people that pick on people, make fun of people for what they don't have. I don't like that. I don't want my kid to be like that.
Okay. So before I move on to the next topic, kids, if you're getting bullied out there, communicate, stand up for yourself,
Right.
and don't resort to the extreme. But to segment into another controversial topic, I want to make sure that I stay open and sensitive and respect everybody's individuality. So here's the question. As parents, how can you create a safe and supportive environment for your child to explore their sexuality?
Your child don't get to explore no sexuality. He ain't grown yet.
But you see nowadays they letting kids getting gender reassignments, they're letting them.
That's crazy. We ain't doing none of that. No, no, no.
That's what you programming your
I mean,
kids to do. That's what they gonna do.
because a lot of them
So who,
people's parents be like, "Oh, well, he wants to wear a dress. Let him wear a dress." Nah, baby. You need to grow up first and understand the
so what if
difference.
they're
You're a
18? Can they
boy.
make that decision?
Yeah, you can do. If you're gay, you're gay. Just like my grandma said with Uncle Bull. Uncle Bull was like that from the day he was born. Nobody in our family, I never heard nobody criticize him. I'm gonna accept my kid for who you are, but I need you to grow up and learn who you are before you start telling me you want to be a girl or a boy. Like, yeah, what the fuck? I mean, sorry, but no, you need to grow up and understand. Like, I'm not condoning that when you 8, 9 years old and you really don't understand what's going on. No, you're not about to put on no damn dress and I'm gonna call you chancellor. What? No. It's no. No, sorry. But if he grows up and then you're gay, I'm gonna love my kid for who he is. I want my kid to always be able to be himself. Like whatever you are when you grow up, as long as you're a good person, I'm cool. I don't give a damn what you're doing. But as a kid, no, I'm not. No, I don't want to expose him to any of that to where he thinks that that's normal. It's in the TV and everything
All
so
it is
much,
is taught
and
behavior.
he be thinking that it's normal. Like, no, you're not watching that.
All it is taught behavior.
It no, it really is. It be
That's
what they
all it
watch
is.
on TV and watch what they see on YouTube. Like, you really have to pay attention to what your kids are consuming because it confuses them. They
Yeah,
don't know.
programming.
I don't know. But when we was growing up, like
Kid,
Is
you cut
Kia
out.
talking?
Yeah, she was. She cut out though.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. I said when I was growing up, it was me, Marquand, and Marwan. Like we all grew up in the same household. We didn't have YouTube or Facebook or none of that. Me and Marquand turned out, um, I
Normal.
don't know. Yeah, but Marwan just flipped the switch. We
Yeah.
don't know we don't know how that happened.
It's just who he is. Like my grandma told me Uncle. I never knew Uncle Bull was gay growing up, y'all. I wasn't exposed. I didn't know what gay was. I didn't know. I didn't know until I got older, and I was like, oh my God, Uncle Bull is gay. Nobody ever said anything about it in front of us, and everybody still accepted him from my perception. So I didn't know what that was. But when I talked to grandma about it, she told me she was like, he was always like that. He was like that since he was born. I really feel like some people are born like that, and I'm not going to criticize you or judge you for who you really are. But I never knew Uncle Boy was gay till I got grown. Nobody, I thought that was crazy because our family is crazy. So I'm like, nobody ever said anything or called him gay or said any slurs or anything like that. She said everybody just accepted him for who he was. He was always like
It's a
that.
And I'm gonna
it's a
elaborate
delicate
on that.
balance that's lost.
I need to elaborate on what y'all talking about because, like Kia said, they were all in the same household. No, I mean, they daddy was in their life here and there, but
Yeah,
Marwan wasn't putting
It's a
lipstick
different.
on, dresses, none of that. They were raised all the same. So I mean, he is who he is. I love him and accept him no matter what.
It's a
yeah.
lost delicate balance, in my opinion. The delicate balance is when you don't have a father figure, you don't have a man to look to. When you don't have a man to look to, you tend to go the feminine ways, especially when you're around a bunch of women.
Well, he had my
Yeah, it don't
brother.
happen to everybody, but it do happen.
It's some gay
Michelle,
people
I
though
can
that
hear
grew up with their
Maya.
daddy, and then their daddies
Okay.
disown them when they turn out to be gay. Daddy always
Well,
been in their life.
but
I
that's
think
not
it's
the
who they
case
are.
with every
It's not.
boy that grow up without their
It's
father.
not.
So I can't agree with
It's
that
it's
being a contributing
it's not the
factor
case.
of it.
It's not the case.
So
The
I
only
think it
reason why
just
it's a contributing.
depends on the boy and how he grow up and whatever is clicking on the inside, he's just going to that feminine way, that feminine side. Nobody
But
can put a finger on it. Nobody can do a DNA test and try to figure out why this happened. I mean, it's just part of life and who that person is on the inside.
get back to the original question is are you supposed to allow your children to explore their sexuality? In my opinion, I think they're too young to even know about sexuality
That's
at that point.
exactly.
I mean, you can tell them it's a man. God created a man and a woman, and leave it at that. And then when they get older, I don't know how old is old enough, but when they get older, I'm talking about maybe 12, 13. It may be too late because these kids grow, they're maturing a
Grow
lot
up,
faster.
that's another
But
thing
you,
too.
but you
Yeah,
know your child. You know your child. You need to tell them how you feel about it, what your thoughts on it is. But at the end of the day, that's if your child decides to go that way, can you beat it out of them? I don't
no,
think so. I don't think that's the right
Some
approach.
people try to beat it
But
out of their kids.
they
You
try
can't
to
do
beat
that.
it out of them. They try to
do them
use
little
religion out
what is them little
of
shock treatment things, trying to shock it out of them. I'm like, sweetie, that ain't gonna
Girl,
work.
that's torture.
Let
Right,
them
that's
be
torture. Your
who
baby
they
gay.
are.
But I think at that age,
Let that
a
baby be
child
gay.
doesn't know. At that age, a child doesn't know anything about sexuality. that
Mm-hmm.
he feels like he's a woman trapped, inside a man's body. They don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
And to do
Right. That's why I
surgery,
be like,
to
what?
do surgery, that's yeah, that's permanent and that's extreme. No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
So what
Yeah, I
age
feel
is
like
it
doing the
as
right
kids, you
appropriate?
should know what that is. I didn't know what sexuality was at all growing up. I'm telling y'all, I never knew Uncle Bull was gay until I got older. I didn't know about that type of stuff, and it was in my face all the time. Like, what the hell?
So what age is it appropriate to educate them about their sexuality and identity?
Maybe going into middle school.
no, you have
Well,
to know
maybe
your
high
child.
school, middle school, high
You have to
school,
know
yeah.
you have to know
12.
your child. Some
Because
children are more
regardless
I
of
was
what
mature.
going to
people
say, I
want to
think you
think,
have to, because some
they
kids
kids.
mature a lot earlier than some kids. So I think it depends on
Kids,
that child. You see, I can hear Maya.
Oh, my bad.
12,
I think it depends on that child and like their maturity. Because there's
12,
some kids now they mature a
yeah, I would
lot
say 12
earlier
too. I
and
would
they
say 12.
develop a lot younger these days too.
I would say like 12, middle school. Like when you went into middle
12.
school, that's when you start liking boys. That's when you start kissing and like that's
No,
when you
some of these little kids is earlier than that.
I know,
12,
but it's sad. Them be them kids that be getting messed with at home though. Somebody around and messing with them. You shouldn't be knowing shit about that when you 10, 11.
12.
But we
I
got
agree
sex
with that.
education in the fifth grade, didn't we?
But yeah,
We
we
had it
had
in
that
fifth
in
Weren't
grade.
you?
Bussy.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about well, we
We
had
had it
it,
in
but
fifth grade.
we had it at
Yeah.
Burroughs in
You
elementary
talking
school.
about
Yeah,
the yeah.
Yep. We sure
Yeah,
did.
I'll call you back in a minute, okay?
Yep.
they wasn't telling you. They were really talking about reproductive. You know, they really wasn't talking about sexuality,
No.
like you exploring your sexuality. They
But
were just
then
teaching
too,
you
Yeah.
I think
human
a lot of these
anatomy.
kids are like going Googling it, reading up on it, all that what you call that
Watching it.
surgery when the sex change stuff. So it's a lot of, and then they got all these different groups and resources. They can reach out to them and say, "This is what I want done." And they, instead of
TV,
talking to their parents, they talking
TV
to these
shows,
people
TV
that's
shows,
yeah,
Crazy ass
yeah.
people.
TV shows. Being there was this there was this boy who they just on I think it was TLC or whatever. They just went through his whole transformation over like 3 seasons, going from a boy to a woman, a
How
girl.
old was
This is Tina. It started off like 13, 14, and by the time it was
he? That's
finished, they was like
crazy.
18, 19. Yeah, it's crazy. It was. It
That's
was.
crazy. You don't even know who
Yeah.
you are as a person at that young of an age. You still trying to figure out real life.
Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
so would you guys say you truly listen to your kids, or do you sometimes impose your own opinions?
I
It
listen
should
to
be a
my
balance.
kid.
It should be a
Yeah,
balance.
it should be a balance. I'm gonna listen to you, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel too, and you should be able to tell me how you feel.
Yep.
So I got a question. So if your child is open with you and comes up to you and say, "Mom, I'm gay," what would your first response be?
You don't know
Sounds
what
like
gay is.
everybody's first response
Yeah.
is
What does
their
gay mean?
opinion.
I'll be like, what?
I'll be like,
What
What
you
does
mean?
what
What
is
that
your
that
mean?
definition? What's your definition?
mean?
You don't know. Gay means
I'm a
happy, okay? Because
I'm a
look in the dictionary. It means happy.
I'm a
I'm
Are you
boy.
happy too. I'm
I'm a
happy?
happy.
boy,
I'm
and
happy
I
that we
like
talking.
boys.
Say it again, Kia.
How old though, Kia? How old? How old are
12.
they telling us this?
12.
12?
So,
No,
yeah,
because what you
they
know
twelve.
about being
They,
gay?
they're 12 years old, and they come up to you and they say, "Mom, I like boys, and I'm a boy."
I'm a tell
What
like
would
I
your
used to
response
tell my
be?
roommate, you're not gay, you just confused right now. You gotta figure yourself out first. My roommate used to think she was gay. Girl, you not gay. You
I
just want to be
would
loved.
probably open the line of communication and be like, what do you mean by gay? I would try to make them explain to me their
Yeah,
feelings, because I'm like, some of them may not even really know, like,
they
for
don't.
sure what they even want themselves.
No, seriously. I would open it too. Like, what, you're gay? What does that mean? How
Hmm.
are you feeling? Why do
And
you
how do
think you're
you look? How
gay?
do you know? I mean,
Right. How do you
Hey,
know? You've been touching
Michelle,
people.
How
Michelle,
do you
ask
know?
Maya. Ask Maya how she feels.
You said what?
Ask Maya how she feels about this topic.
Hold
Is
on.
Maya
I'm
homophobic?
just put you on speaker so you can ask her. He want to ask you a question. Go ahead. Ezel,
Um, what was the question?
Kia said,
What would you
how
do?
would you take it if your child came to you at 12 years old and said they were gay? Mom, I'm gay and I like boys and I'm a boy.
y'all want to hear Cookie's response?
She said she gonna
Yeah.
wash her hair. I'm done. Tell Maya stop.
What did Cookie say?
She gave you a
Maya said she gonna wash her hair. I'm done with her.
Wait, I came in kind of late. Can you repeat the question?
Kia
Which
What would
one?
you?
asked, what would you do if your
We're gonna have you
child
as a
at 12 years old came to you and said, Mom, I'm gay, I like boys, and I'm a boy?
I would say no, you're not.
No,
Right.
you're not what?
You're not what you're pretending to be.
Hmm. And so my question before that was, do you truly listen to your child, or do you sometimes impose your own opinion?
I don't think that's proposing your own opinion in the fact that I can see
Hold
what
on
you
one
are.
second. What are you cutting up? Hold on.
But
What are you cutting up?
I say that because they're a child and
Is it
children
milk
have to be
white?
led. When you let children lead themselves, obviously they're gonna go
Okay, don't hold the
insane.
scissors by the. Don't do
But if
that. You
they
can.
become
Mika, mute your
older,
phone. You said
I'm
if they
what,
sorry,
become
y'all.
Kenny?
I thought I was
older
on mute.
and they still have that same mindset at that point, yes. But at 12, trying to switch gender, you can be gay and be a kid. But I don't know about the whole changing genders at just 12 years old. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Well,
Then they
you
gonna be
brought up
wanting
two
to
different
convert back.
scenarios. So you brought up a kid choosing their sexuality and then changing their gender.
But
Okay,
Kennedy
going back
just
to
said
gender.
a kid can be gay and that's
Yeah,
okay.
but you said no before that.
No to what? Changing genders? Yes. I never said a kid couldn't be gay. I just said changing genders at 12 is a lot.
Nah, so at
That's
12 years
crazy.
old,
You can afford that.
your kid comes up to you and says, "Mom, I like boys." What's your first
Okay.
response?
You like what you like. I can't tell you what you don't like, but I'm gonna tell you what you're not. And what you're not is a girl. That's what I'm getting at.
So what age is it appropriate for a gender reassignment?
Oh
At
Lord.
18,
25.
people start
When
to
you
25.
change their clothes a little
when you
bit.
can pay for it, when you can pay
When you
for
on the
it.
job and
Right.
got
That's a
your
good
own
25.
answer right there. When you
insurance.
can pay for it.
Is
When
it
you
at
got your
Nah,
26?
own
when you don't
insurance.
live in my house, no more.
I think that you can still live in my house. It would just have to be it would just have to be a serious conversation. And I have to see where your head is at with it. Are you being silly and are you in false? You know how people be like they, them, I, kitty cat, meow meow. That's playing.
hey, but
Kenny.
let's be honest. Can we be honest? Most people like that don't announce what they are.
Michelle, are you trying to lick the screen?
Michelle looked like that one Dr. Seuss thing where they noses was
I'm
But
done.
nah, Michelle, what did you say?
I said most people
I'm
like
done.
that. Most people like that don't announce what they are. They just, act how they
Oh,
act.
Lord
Cause,
Jesus.
and yes,
cause,
but
cause
we have
nobody
to.
ever came to me and said, "Hey, I'm this way." I mean, we just kind of could tell. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that's where people go wrong, is not talking about it seriously to see where their kid's mind and
Yeah.
where their heart is at. When people just, that's why I say if you're a child, like we literally have to talk about it. I can't just let it brush under the surface because you feel like this is what I am. We gotta address what
Yeah, and
comes
I
after
think
that.
some of these kids need to go to some counseling and sit down and really dive deep
But y'all
I don't
know,
know
internally.
because
can I say this?
Uh-oh, her phone about to die.
There are a
I
lot of
know
undercover gay people out here. My phone ain't got, but I got 38%.
Oh, because you
shit.
paused.
Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of a lot of us, some gay kids, like really, like this. Why you gotta talk to your kids? They be getting messed with, and they be confused. They don't know what the hell they want, they like, because they've been touched when they younger. Like that shit happens so much, so often. A lot of people just sweep it under the rug. No, if you come to me talk about you gay, why are you gay? We need to have a conversation. Somebody touched you. Why? What's the? Are you confused? Like what's going on? You have to really talk to your kids, and I really feel like that's something that are like my parents, I never got talked to. I don't know, I never got talked to. I never had no meaningful real conversation with my mom or my dad. But kids like in our generation, my generation, nothing got talked about. Everything got swept under the rug, and it's like, well, that's your mama, that's your daddy, you listen to them, you shut up. No, real shit be happening to people. Like my first love, that nigga was gay, y'all. I didn't know he was gay till I grew up and was like, oh, he was gay. But we was like, he
She
confided
said,
in me though that he got messed
About to
with
say
when
he
he
was
was a
gay, gay.
kid.
she said, gay, gay.
He was gay. He was an undercover guy. He was undercover, but he got messed with when he was a little kid. And he told me that's why he did not like his mom. He told his mom, she didn't do nothing about it. His uncle used to mess with him and his brother. They both ended up gay, except for he acted like he wasn't gay. He was undercover. But kids get messed with. You can't sweep that type of stuff under the rug. It makes them confused. It makes them not know what do they really like because they've been touched on since they was kids. It's just confusing. I'm glad I didn't get touched on. But no, that's why you got to talk to your
I think
kids and listen to your kids. When they say something is not right, you
that goes,
listen to your
yep.
kids. You don't sweep that
That
under
go
the
back to
rug. You don't,
communication. And I think some
right.
parents that may know try to hope it out of them and be like, oh, he gonna change, so they never open
No.
that line of communication. But then too, there are some parents, when it opens it up, they just get defensive, so after that the kids don't talk to them anymore, so they go
Right.
undercover and don't
That's just
communicate.
sad though.
I feel like
It
in
is
my
this communication.
generation, if you was to have this conversation with me and then you would have this conversation with grandma, I think that we would have very, very different like perspectives, because I feel like
Yeah.
grandma would be like, she confused, or that's her little friend. Like older people don't accept that people really do have a preference. So
Yeah.
I don't know. My thing is, if you want to be gay, I feel like you could be gay, but that's just because I was raised in a generation to accept people. Older people are more so like they never gonna accept that you're gay. Never. They always gonna say you confused.
Some people do be confused. I'm telling you. My roommate Kia was confused. She with a man now. I told her you're not gay. You just want to be loved. I'm sorry. You just want to be loved. After talking to somebody you understand, you just want to be loved. And it don't matter where you get it from. You just need that love. But you're
Well,
not gay. She not
that's a
gay. She
different
with a
perspective.
man.
I guess I never looked at it from some people just want love.
It's just you have to talk to people though and understand them for who they are. Like why you act the way you act, why you prefer to like I like understanding people. Why do you act the way you are? How did you become the way you are? There's reasons behind it. And I realized Kia was not gay. She never got loved and she would take love from anybody she could get it from. It didn't matter if it was a dude or a female. That's how I knew she wasn't gay. If you you don't know what the hell you're just confused, girl. You'll figure it out. You'll figure
See,
it
I
out.
think
Okay.
That's
it
why I guess
depends
So
that
on
sums
the
it up. That's why you need
individual.
to talk to your kids. And
Yeah,
sometimes
It
you
and
just
it
have to
does.
let
It
them
depends
do
does.
on
what
It
they
the
want to
does.
do.
it
so
depends on the individual too. So
so should
It does.
parents intervene with their child's dating choices?
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't say intervene. I would say have
What
a
do you
conversation.
mean by intervene? To what point? I mean, like
Right.
You can't
what?
tell
To what?
people what
To
they
what?
can and can't
Yeah.
do.
I mean,
Because they going to sneak and do it.
you got a 16-year-old child and he wants to go to a friend's house, and you find out it's a guy friend, and they've been kissing and fondling each other.
Where is this conversation going?
What?
I mean,
Oh,
we're
I
over
don't
here
know
talking
about all
about all
that.
different scenarios, so
He not going over there
I
no
mean,
more.
kids are gonna
Until you get
date.
18, until you grown, you can do what you want to do when you grown. But I'm not condoning my kid being at nobody's house having fondling and none of that shit while you living with me. I couldn't do that. You better sneak. If you sneak, that's fine. But I ain't
Exactly,
I
condoning
couldn't
that.
do that.
They're
and
going
that's
to
what they
sneak.
doing. That's what
They're
they
going
doing.
to sneak. So it goes back to communication.
And also, it
Right.
goes back
My
to
communication is I'm not allowing this. But if you sneak and do
And
it,
then look,
then you
that's
sneak
when
and
they
do
Okay,
it.
go.
so I
That
communicate at the age of 16. I want to date men. I'm going on a date with this guy. What are you gonna say?
maybe
No,
not.
I don't know about that. We have to have a
Maybe you
come
won't be
deepest
going on a
meeting.
date. I don't know because first
and
off,
16
we're
is
having these
old enough.
conversations.
So
We're having these conversations, and I don't even know the person. Sometimes you can look at people and be like, mm-hmm. So I gotta see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
what?
Yeah.
I gotta see
No,
how
it
gay you
really is
are.
like
I don't know.
you got it's different.
It's different levels to the gayness. So I can't
Yeah,
just
it
say
is.
off top my kid not going because
You're not
they not
going
moving
though.
like that.
I'm not condoning it. I mean, you got to become an adult, man. I'm sorry. You may look like I don't know. You may be a fairy. That's fine. But I'm not condoning that even with my daughter. You're not going up. Just it's a saying. You would not let your daughter go over her boyfriend's house so they can play with each other. No, I don't
Okay,
give a damn if
actually
it's
I
two
do got a
dudes, two
question.
girls. You're
I
not
See,
going
got a
I
over
think
there.
question.
I would now. I wouldn't. I would still sit down and communicate with my child and not judge them. But if I'm not letting my son go over a girl's house
Right.
to
You're
date
not
and do
doing it.
whatever, I'm not
I don't
gonna
give a
let
damn if
my
y'all dating or
son go
shit.
over to
Oh,
a
Amy,
guy's house.
please.
What?
Oh, good. Amy, yes, no, Amy, because you used to let Ezelle's little girlfriends come over. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn,
Exactly.
we
but
couldn't even none
that
of
was
that.
the
You could
relationship. But
tell the
did not just come back and say that depends on the communication. I had conversations with Ezel. I was at
That
Oh
shit
home
man,
ain't
with
oh
happening in my
man, they
house,
Ezel.
trying to throw
though.
you under the rug.
I know,
We
but no, I'm just saying.
ain't
But
throw
you
you
and
under the
I
rug.
had a open line of communication too.
But
Ezel didn't have to sneak.
but it's not no judgment. You allowed
But
that in
Amy,
your house, but that's just
I
not
feel like
how we
this.
grew up. You know, like we had to sneak. It wasn't no, yeah, your girlfriend gonna come spend the night. But I mean, it's not no
Now
judgment.
it
That's how
wasn't no
you
spending the
in
Okay,
your
night.
household.
It wasn't no
I
spending the night. Get that corrected. It wasn't no spending the night.
Girl,
I don't
we couldn't
know,
even
Amy.
be
I
on the
thought I
phone
saw
after
a few people
10.
stay the night. I don't know.
It wasn't no spending the night.
We Amy, no. Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
So Riley never stayed the night.
No.
Oh, that's what the
No.
crazy girl was. I couldn't remember her name. I couldn't
She
remember her
could
name.
Ezel look like he ain't telling the truth.
He not telling the truth and shaming the devil.
How could
Ezel,
I
she?
you
would have
had
How
to
her
could
have
sneak
some
you
listen?
trouble.
Listen. How could she stay the night if my mother was in the same house 10 feet away?
Because she
That don't
did.
mean shit. Your home was on the other end of the house that your mama was on. There was a whole living room and a kitchen in between. But no,
And
it's
every
not no
time
judgment. It's
I
not
know
no
that light
whose
don't
car did
judgment.
I
hate to
drive?
see you
Whose car
coming.
did I drive?
Huh?
Whose car did I
Huh?
drive?
whose
You drove
car?
the
Yeah.
Mustang.
Mine?
I don't.
Okay, so she know
I thought you
when
had
I
your
left and
own.
when I came back.
No, he didn't
Not
get
in
that
high
till like
school?
junior, senior year.
No.
But
Yeah.
no,
I lived with
it's not no
I lived with my
judgment
auntie
though.
for
If
a
that's the type
year.
of relationship y'all have, that's the type of relationship y'all have.
I lived with my auntie for a year.
It's just we didn't have like I'm telling y'all, I couldn't even talk on the phone after 10.
I'm telling you, I lived
Yeah.
with my auntie for a year, and I'm telling you now, there were certain
Ezel,
standards.
she ratting you out.
I'm not writing them out. I said no names, no stories. I just feel like no, and women do it. They treat boys differently from girls, and I'm not saying
Yes,
mistreatment.
I'm
I'm just
serious
saying treatment.
too.
So there was
Yeah.
no way Amy was gonna let me have boys over And Ezel had girls over. Communication or not, I don't
Kennedy,
know.
you and Ezell are, he's older than you, and he was older
See,
than you then.
see, y'all hear? Y'all hear?
Kennedy, to be honest, my mama did us like that too. My brother could always do more than what we did too. So it's a
I
girl
know.
and boy
That's
thing.
that's
I
just
just had to
yeah, it
stop
really
answering her
is.
trash when she said she would
But
treat him
but
fair
but
because
you
ain't
can't
not
say
going for
that
that.
because what? You snuck out the house at what age?
Thank you,
13?
Kia. Thank you, Kia.
13, 14.
It was during the day, so I didn't have to sneak.
Girl,
Not you
shut the
walked
hell
out
up.
the house. Clock that.
Not it was during the day. I'm so done.
Michelle, where was
Oh
Bebe at over Bibi?
my God.
Was
Or
Bebe
Baby
mine.
over
probably was
Bibi?
drinking some beer. She
Or
was at
mine.
Bibi's drinking some beer, enjoying her life.
Or you wait, you said are advised.
That's just being sneaky when you're a kid. That's why everybody be trying to make it seem like, well, you 16, you can't be having sex. Realistically, your kid is having sex. I don't give a damn what kid you had, how you raised them.
And just look
They
at it like
trying to figure
this.
it out.
Look at it like this. All of us on this phone. What was y'all doing at 16,
Not that.
17? No,
I
come
wasn't
on now,
having
be
sex,
honest.
but I
I ain't
opened
I'm
up
being
saying
virtually.
honest.
full, I ain't saying full sex. You had boyfriends, you kissed. You can't say you didn't kiss.
At what
You
age?
sneaking down the hallway at school kissing and all that.
Kia,
Come on now.
I'm
Kia
sorry,
did
that was just not the type
Kia
of lifestyle I lived.
Kia
I was
didn't.
Girl.
scared of
She was a
boys.
good girl.
Exactly.
Kia
Look at
probably
Michelle. Tia,
was.
Tia said, as long as my mama didn't know, I ain't saying nothing.
Let me tell
No,
y'all,
but
my
y'all,
mama.
realistically, kids be experimenting when they like 13, 14, 15. I'd be glad if my son make it till he 14. I'm gonna be realistic. I'm not gonna
14
be
is
that parent that be like, you
crazy.
can't have sex. When my great grandma had a fucking baby at 13.
But that's
This
different though.
is
That's
every
different though.
person.
Yeah.
No, but now
That
that
ain't
you
different.
know, now that like education has evolved,
Everybody's
people
taught
know
was
at
hot.
13 you shouldn't be doing that. That's just too young.
Depend on
Somebody
how
said it
you
was
grow
hot.
up.
Hold
Everybody
on.
needs
What
to
you
Somebody
gotta
said it
do,
was
seriously
Mike?
hot.
wait until marriage. Y'all gotta let these corrupted thoughts clear out the mind.
No,
Are you
everybody
waiting till
horny.
you get
I'm sorry.
married?
Hold on, Mike. What'd you say?
No, somebody said something was hot.
Oh, Mika.
But they mixed it up.
What happened?
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
so this will be the last question. Let me find a good one.
Don't let it be gay.
Right. I love gay people though, y'all. Gay people be some of the funnest people,
For real,
especially in
I love gay people. I'm just
real
not
gay
one of the
people.
gays.
Why do we like make it a
Yeah, I'm
category?
not.
Why do we
Yeah.
like what?
Why do we make it a separate category?
What?
Like I love gay
But what?
people.
Like
Why can't
Because
we just
people hate gay
classify them
people.
as people?
You have to identify.
that's like me
Cause you
saying I
don't
love white
say
people. I love black people.
people don't say I love Lucy because you straight.
Stop it, Lucy. For real. You
So
twisted
I'm
that
like
question
I'm
No,
about
like
I
somebody.
Ezel.
I
Just
love.
love them for who they are. You don't have to put a label on them.
No,
They
that's what
still a
I'm saying.
person.
I there are some gay people I don't like because they're not good people. But
But they're
most of the
still a
gay people
person.
that I've met in life, I don't like your ass, a person or not, gay, straight, green, purple. You a fucked up individual, and I don't like you. I most of the gay people that I've met though, like, are genuinely good people. Like they just
But
want to be freaking
I think that
happy.
she had to
I
clarify
love
that
that
because
energy.
I think she had to clarify that because the conversation that we have, like most people have like a stigma against the gays. You know, like they think they're confused. So when you say you love the gays, you're just acknowledging the fact that you don't feel how other people feel about gay people.
I like the whites. I mean, I'm just saying. I like the whites. Most of the whites is cool with me. The ones I meet, they just want to
In
get
the
drunk, have fun, like
in the
coolest
clarity
people ever. But I've
often.
met that just some black people. I don't like a lot of black people. It's the content of your character, like Martin Luther King said. It has nothing to do with your sexual preference, your religion. If you're a good person, I like you.
And y'all know why he said that, right?
Why? Who's gay?
That's not what she said.
Who's coming out on this phone call?
No, I thought they said Martin. I thought they said Martin was gay.
Huh?
Said who?
Martin,
Luther King.
Lawrence.
No,
No, Luther.
I don't.
no,
Oh no. Martin was
Oh,
not
that was
gay.
Luther.
If he
That
was,
was Luther
whatever. He
Vandross.
was a good
That was
man.
no.
Who
Luther
cares?
Vandross.
No,
That was
no,
the
no. I
wrong
thought
Luther.
Luther Van Ross.
That was
The
the wrong
I didn't
Luther.
know
wrong
he was, but
Luther.
I thought they said Martin Luther King. If they didn't, I'm sorry.
Right,
They be
that's
telling
Luther
lies now that they
Vandross.
gone.
Yeah, that's the wrong Luther. That's the wrong Luther.
Yeah.
Okay, so this can be the last question, and it can lead into tomorrow's episode. Um, is it fair for a family member to reject another member based on a differing political or social beliefs?
No,
No.
Are we
no.
answering that now, or are you saving it to
You can
tomorrow?
answer it now. It's gonna expand in tomorrow night.
I don't
You
know.
said, is it
I say
fair?
no.
Cause you know how they got the little stigma: blacks are Democrats, whites are Republicans,
Yeah. No.
and
I'll say no, but I'm gonna tell you. Well, I don't want to get all political, but come next Monday, whoever voted for him, y'all eggs and all that continue to go up. I don't want to hear y'all mouth because he told y'all what he was gonna do.
But
I
I
think
don't
the
think that you
government
can hate
is set
nobody
up
for that.
regardless of
Cause
who in
No, I
office.
said no, but I'm just
okay,
saying they
well, I'm
gonna
asking
see.
that because it was a big like, oh, who you're voting for? Who are you voting for?
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
know a lot
Even
of
on
people don't want to tell
Instagram,
you because they're like, oh, if you vote for Trump, you get looked at different.
No, but it is in some families people do disown people for that. I don't. I'm
hmm
telling y'all, it's the content of your character. I don't give a fuck who you voted for. Are you a good person at heart? Everybody got different views.
and
I
are
want to
you
know why you voted for
confused?
him.
And then
What do
now
you
it's to the
why?
point where some people that voted for him, they won't even tell their family members. They either
They
just they
won't.
lie.
They won't. I want to
They
know
make
what
it
was your
seem like
reasoning behind it. I
Yeah,
want
I
to
like
know. It's not a. I'm not
I
judging
like
you. I
to.
want to know how your mind is working and why you think that was a good decision to make. Like
Well, answer this. Do
still
y'all
love you.
really at Isa? I really want your reply first.
You voted for
Do you
Trump. I'm
think
just
that
playing.
Kamala even had a chance to win? Honestly, being honest,
What?
do you think that she even had a chance to win?
No.
Y'all, did y'all ever hear her answer questions? I sat and watched her and I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like she's not answering any questions. Like, what is she saying? When they said word salad, I understood exactly what they were saying. I'm like, we fucked either way. I don't
Um.
understand.
So who'd y'all vote for this year?
We don't have to get into that.
see,
I voted for him. Hey, I voted for Harrison.
Such
I'll
is
tell
how
you
we
why
voted
I
for
voted.
motherfucker.
Harris too.
Man, I voted for Harrison. I can explain exactly why. Because I
All right.
don't vote
You
for
voted for who?
convicted felons. I voted for Harris. I don't vote for convicted felons.
Yep,
Mm.
I voted for
I don't
Harris
think he
Yeah.
too.
should have even been
Because
able to
my thing
run.
is too, we got convicted felons that's out here walking the streets and they can't vote. But
Exactly.
you can
Could
tell me
even
he
vote.
can vote?
That's
He
the
can
No,
be the
limit.
president, let alone vote. He can be the
no.
There are,
president.
you
That's the
know, the
limit.
saying that some people are above the law. Like people get away with stuff like that.
He. There is no law. Shoot,
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's called
So
white privilege at its finest.
okay, so my
Yeah.
counter argument to that is, has Kamala not been somewhat running the country the past 4 years?
She has because she had different chairs and different stuff, but
So how has she been doing?
clock that.
Vice presidents don't really do anything. They're figureheads.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just the
Diplomat.
Presidents are the
they the
ones that
sidekick.
call.
Well, Joe Biden is walking
Presidents,
there.
And did y'all see the
presidents are the
picture of
ones.
Barack Obama and Donald Trump kikiing?
Yeah.
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 The
And
election
At
is
somebody was like,
over.
somebody had
at the
said, "Oh
other
my
president's
goodness."
funeral that just died.
They were like, "Oh my
What
goodness!"
what
Like
is that?
they're really playing in
Damn,
our
I can't
faces, like
remember.
trying to make you pick a side, and everybody's working together.
It ain't no side,
Yeah.
right? Even the president ain't even the one running the country. It's people behind it. This when you I'm telling y'all the world's crazy. The
I
world's
think
Yeah.
And
crazy. You go
divided
a
down a
because of
whole
the
damn
conspiracy
rabbit
candidates.
theory,
hole of who's actually pulling strings.
a
Think about it.
conspiracy theory that's
We're so
floating.
conflicted on red and blue. They
That
control
we
the
ain't
whole
thinking
thing.
about the economy. Yeah.
But I think
They all rich.
evidently
They
a
ain't worried
lot of
about the
people
cost
are looking at the economy now. Now they're realizing, like the masses dropped.
So Michelle, who'd you vote for?
Do you even have to ask that question?
I voted for Harris.
Right.
You vote-
Come,
Michelle
I
come
just
voted.
on
think
now.
I
Michelle
just
voted.
it just didn't sit well with me. I don't. It just didn't sit well with me. Donald Trump's not a good person,
Mm-mm.
but I think
He
a
not
lot of
Mm-mm.
black
no,
people
no
voted for
more.
him, hoping that he would make the economy better. So
And did
it's
you?
a reason why
I
some black
think
people did
if
vote for
they,
him.
I think a lot of people voted for him because they thought he was gonna give out another stimulus check.
Oh my
Ain't that
goodness. That's how
crazy?
you know they
Ain't that
Yeah,
Ponzi
crazy?
fraud.
yeah. two
No,
thousand
no,
dollars.
for real. That's a lot of black people. They don't be
But
under.
it
They
comes
think twelve
down
hundred
to
dollars is a damn gold mine. Like that, boy. They won't pay a bill for.
And like
They
I
don't pay
said,
that.
look, let's see what's gonna happen January. When is the inauguration? The 20th.
20th, Martin
The
It's
Luther
twenty
King
second,
Day.
Yes,
22nd.
mm-hmm.
and why they put it on Martin.
listen.
Exactly. That's
Mm,
what I
I
said.
think they was trying to
I
be
they
said.
funny.
wrong.
I said
They
that's
They
were
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
the
be
definitely
same
wrong.
time. It's
funny.
the
that is
same time every
But
year. It's the
disrespectful to
same
Martin
time.
Luther
also,
King.
one thing
Yeah,
I just kind of want to
I
say
don't think
about
the actual Martin Luther King date played a part in it because I think it always falls on the
It
20th.
did.
It does. It does.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't on the 20s last year.
well,
I
they
mean, the
should have
last
changed it
election.
because Martin need his own day.
I
They
think it
always
was.
trying to share days.
So, okay, Michael, do you not think Trump is better for like world peace?
No.
I
Oh, I'm
don't
sorry.
think
I'm not
he. I
Michael.
don't think he is. I don't think he is because he doesn't. He doesn't. Number one, he doesn't understand global policy. He doesn't understand it because the way he be talking, he can stop the Russian and
Right.
Ukraine war in one day. Now he's saying, "Oh, it's going to take a little longer." Just just
Yeah.
people listen to him because he says just whatever comes to his mind, and it says that he's being genuine, he's being real, realistic. Okay, if you like that kind of if you like that type of talk and that showmanship, okay then, so be it. I want somebody who has some common sense and somebody who
Right.
has some type of some type of I don't I can't like Obama. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, Obama didn't do anything for me, anything for black people, anything for that man did more for people like without insurance, uninsurable people, so much more than he will ever get credit for." But just because he was black, and I think that's the same thing that happened to Harris, they're not ready for a woman, especially a black woman, to lead a
Yeah.
country. I,
Right.
now, do I agree with everything that she talked about and everything that she did? No, I do not. I'm a moderate. I'm not a straight Democrat, and I'm not a right wing Republican either. I'm in the middle. There's some things on the Republican side of the house, conservative issues that I like, and then there's some issues that I'm on the Democratic side that I like. So, but to just, I don't know. If somebody voted for Trump, explain to me why you didn't. We can have a conversation about it. I just don't
Right.
genuine. I just not gonna discount you because you voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
It's a free country. You vote for who you want to vote for.
Right.
But make an educated vote. Don't just vote because my sister, my brother, my uncle told me to vote like this. Know why you voted for that person and be able to defend it if you have
Yeah.
to.
So, what about Joe Biden opening up the borders?
I don't think
He
he
opened the
opened up the
border.
border. I don't think he
I
opened
thought he
up
was
the
trying to
border.
build a wall.
No,
The
that was
border
Trump.
been open.
The border has never been open. You always have to go through some type of checkpoint unless you cross illegally. And
Mm-hmm.
so the question is, we need to review and rewrite immigration law because I'm going through this. I'm doing immigration. I done gave them almost $5,000 of my money. It's too much money, number one, and it's taking too long to do it the legal way. So why wouldn't people just run across the border? So they need immigration reform. They do. I'm all for it. I bet you Donald Trump's family didn't have to go through the stuff I'm going through for immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse
So
me.
that's what I so as far as him opening the border, I don't think he opened the border. The problem has always existed from
Yeah. Illegals coming in,
the illegals coming in.
finding
Yeah.
ways.
Look, people will get on boats and cross the ocean to come to a better life. In their minds, they're trying to achieve a better life,
Yeah.
and so they'll get on boats. They can't even,
And
you know,
they come in 100 deep on a little canoe.
yes, yeah, I'm talking about risking their lives for
Mm-hmm.
just a chance. And so I don't think he, I don't think he opened. It was bad under Trump. It was bad under Bush. It was bad under. It's just people are
Obama.
gonna come here.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are trying to get there. They are. This is the land of milk and honey to them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm. Well, I guess we'll continue this tomorrow night. I'll have more
That was an
political.
excellent question too, though. That was a great
I'll have
question. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll have more
I want to
political
continue.
questions.
I'm reevaluating a lot of friendships that I have because again, I don't have anything against who you voted for, but when I see uh, who you voted for and then your behavior and your morality has been compromised and all that stuff, then I have to reevaluate why are we friends. I
And
have
we
some
need to
friends that
talk
I have
about
to
Right.
that
say,
too, because I
Right.
see
yeah,
people just acting out of control, and I'm like, who
yeah.
are you? Where you
They used
come
to be
from?
kind of be,
Has
undercover with
it
the little
has this
racism and stuff.
been
Now they're
always in
emboldened.
you? And
Yes,
now that he in
And sometimes
office,
it
you
has.
feel comfortable coming out and acting kind of crazy?
that's exactly what I'm talking about too. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about people that are in the military, people that I consider good friends. I'm having to say, how do you really feel about me if
Right.
Yeah.
you're supporting these things, not just him, but these things that he's doing and saying?
And then
How do
some
you
of them
really
are
feel
taking
about
it
me?
beyond that. They just being more just outspoken and just pure evil and
Right.
just
They can't get hit.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
If you
Hey,
didn't vote the way they voted, you're dumb, you're a piece of trash, you hate this country, you don't need to be here. Go back to your, just stupid stuff.
They ready to send
crazy
all us
shit.
back to Africa.
To
I tell
Africa.
you, you
They
go
don't even
first.
want to come
You go
to Africa.
first.
What we gonna go back to Africa? They don't like us either.
Yeah, you first, European. You go back to your country, European.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, huh? We got
I didn't
another
mean to
good
take it
episode.
over.
We
Is
got
it
another good episode for tomorrow.
is,
What?
tomorrow? Can we talk about the other article? I don't know if everybody else saw the one that Seal sent out about the landlords raising the cost of rent due to the fires. Because y'all know we talked about that yesterday. So she sent that article out today, and I was like, wow, we were just talking about that yesterday. Because I think
Did
that's
I send
crazy
it to
too,
you?
how they're hiking up
I'll
the rent.
resend it. I'll resend it.
Yeah, we can talk about that. So it looks like we got another good episode in tomorrow as well. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Almost an hour and a half in.
Wow.
So
It's supposed to be
without
10 minutes.
further, but look, you see the evolution of family getting together. Conversations
That
get
was good
longer and longer. We
conversation.
don't even keep track of the time.
No, that's
Y'all
good.
need to
Yes, good conversation.
we all need to invite somebody tomorrow.
Can we
Okay.
invite people that are not family, like close friends? Since
Yeah,
BJ be in a call.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to be careful. We can't let our family secrets get out to too many people.
Yeah.
Oh, these are
Yeah.
like close friends, like been around
I'm being
forever.
funny. I'm being
Because I
funny.
think
I'm
some
being
of the
funny.
things we talk about, like some of my friends will relate to too. Like, good conversations
So
about
yeah,
different
that's
things
what
like investing and
we had said the other day. Some other friends can come on and discuss some of their family traditions and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm not opposed to it. I
Yeah.
support it.
Okay. Well, without further ado, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And
I'm with
hold
them.
on, hold on, hold on.
Endless
All right,
connection.
one family.
Endless
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 connection.
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 Next
All right, see y'all
time.
tomorrow.
All
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 right.
right.
Love
right.
y'all.
Love y'all
Later.
Love
too.
y'all.
Bye.
Peace.